This is Attention Seekers, and we are here, and I am Rosie, and I got Nate with me.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, Miss Deleche.
That's very good.
Nailed
You're
it.
doing very well.
That's two in a
You're
row
doing
now,
better.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I've
yeah.
got your family name correct.
Yeah. You know, if you do it 10 times, you win a prize. That's the thing. You get a gift.
Wow, okay.
Yes. And
Try-
this is
trying
episode...
to keep me round.
Definitely. And this is episode 5. And this is, as I said, Attention Seekers. And what do? We talk about marketing and we make it fun and simple and educative and informative. And we are just cool people, basically, aren't we?
One of us is.
Who is it? Mm-mm.
So today we wanted to cover an issue that is often taken for granted almost. The resounding message that most people receive if they're in a small business is that you have to be on social media. It's essential.
Very essential. Essential is essential. It's one of those...
You must be on social media.
If you are not, you're gonna die. That's probably one of those. That's a clickbait title.
That
you
is
know?
it, though. That is
Yeah.
it. People say that if you're not on social media, your business is going to die.
Yep.
Today, we're going to be looking at that as a question. Do you need to be on social media to run a successful business?
Interesting point. And the answer is, it's not that simple. We cannot just
This
say,
is a short podcast.
right,
The answer
exactly.
is
No or yes, that's it. No, actually, of course, the answer is a little bit more complicated. We could say no, or at least like to some extent, you don't need to be.
Tell us about your clients, Rosie.
Oh my God. We hope they're not listening at this point, but it depends. No?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have great relationships with all my clients, Rosie.
I have sometimes nightmare clients, people, that happens. And specifically one client that I have in mind, she built, or should I say they built, right? Keep it like that. They built a business or multiple businesses that are, 6, 7, 8 figures even. And they did that just by being very much old school offline. And that's because they were focusing pretty much of events, again, offline and the offline.
They have a
experience.
website?
No, they don't.
What?
I'm telling you, they don't. We tried, but that just failed as a project. And that's okay for them. They don't really have a social media presence that's aimed at, selling or creating brand awareness. It's just, they just do it offline. And that works.
What do you think it was about their business that allowed them to be successful offline?
I think is part of that was the niche, because it was a very specific industry, and within the industry also very specific niche, which put them in a situation where they could just be offline and being still very exclusive and charge more money, that kind of situation. But I think definitely the industry and the niche was key to it. And the other part of it was just being connected to, a very strong network. Literally your network is your net worth. In this case, just worked beautifully for them. So in that case, if you got that, probably you don't need social media as any other business would.
And I think a lot of people that run businesses forget that. We put ourselves under so much pressure to post on Facebook, post on LinkedIn, got to have an Instagram profile, got to do this, got to do that. When the truth is, business has existed for thousands of years before social media.
Way before social media, yeah.
In fact, I'm thinking of 2 specific clients of mine. Now, the first one, they built a 7-figure business, and for the first year or so operated without a website, without any web presence, and like you said, Rosie, got by with word of mouth and meeting people and networking and having that kind of traditional old school sales route. Now, of course, as they grew, they had to get things like a mailing system, because they had 50 clients and more that they had to speak to. Another one of my clients, they run a fantastic business in pretty niche as well, and their experience and notoriety within their industry means that they don't really struggle for work
Yeah.
because they're already famous.
Definitely.
It's
Definitely.
it's a lot more of an old boys club. Do you know that phrase?
No.
Old boys club. So the idea that because you are all members of the same club, you just do business with each other.
All right.
So it's more like, oh, we have businesses, but we're just doing business because
Like
we're
a
friends.
clique kind of thing.
Kind of like a clique, yeah.
Clueless 90s style. That's my
So
thing.
it is
Okay.
possible.
It is possible. And it's also like, if you think about it, you know, exactly what you said. Business was there before social media. And what would happen to a lot of businesses that just focus on social media if then those social media networks, platforms, whatever, would disappear? So in a way, I think that there is also that kind of balancing act that you have to do, because you don't want just to put all your money on that one horse and forget about the rest, you know. So you kind of need a little bit of balance as well.
Do you like butts, Rosie?
I like big butts, and I cannot lie, right?
Cool, because
Right.
there's a big butt coming
I thought
up.
so.
So do you need to be on social media to run a successful business? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
But totally yes. No, definitely. Then you see that it was not that easy to give an answer to this one. Like no, yes, no. It's a no with a big but that is a yes. Okay. Weird stuff that we're talking about. So there is a reason why you need, or there are multiple reasons why you actually need social media. For example, I like direct contact with my clients. And if you are on social media, everything right now through Messenger and through, you know, direct messages, you can just connect with your audience in such an easy way. You can talk to them, they can talk to you. How many times, like, do you buy something online, or maybe, you know, you see something on Instagram? You ever done that? Maybe it's a female thing, but I see something on Instagram and I'm like, I want it. And then actually I message these people because I want to know more details about it. And then if they answer to me, then I'm like, I'm buying it. If they don't even bother to answer, I'm like, well, not even gonna buy from you.
Not even going to buy it.
Why, you know?
That's one of the strongest advantages of social media. So the businesses that we mentioned in the first half of the podcast do really well. However, the big but is they could be doing even better with a properly leveraged social media profile, simply because if you look at all of the business that we spoke about, so Rosie's mysterious, genderless serial entrepreneur that runs multiple businesses, and my two examples, the biggest and most important aspect that led to their success was their ability to network and communicate with people. Social media allows you to do that at a much, much larger scale and much more speedily.
Yep.
Like you were saying with the direct contact, instead of having to call someone, which I don't want to be getting calls all the time. Some people I love to speak to, but even those people, you know, can we save it for until I'm done with whatever I'm doing?
Yeah.
Similarly, with emails, I don't want to be receiving emails all the time either. It's annoying, and
it's a pain.
if you get emails from the same person every single day, just
multiple times a day, even there are people that do that.
Right?
I would just kill them, you know. But yeah,
it's annoying. However, a text-based message, I can sort of look at whenever I want, and it doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, I've transferred information to you.
And also, like, you go on social media a lot, and you know, everybody just spends time on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, any other platform really. Even just like out of boredom, you're still scrolling through this old feed and you see things. So whether you want it or not, in a way, you're still receiving this kind of subconscious input from this business. This sounds really serious, doesn't it?
It's social media allows you to brainwash your clients.
Basically, yes. I didn't want to say that.
That's what we're advising right now.
That works.
So
though.
we've got 5 minutes left just to tell you guys about subliminal messaging in your social media.
No, we're not gonna do that.
In all seriousness, though, one of the great things about social media is that it's a better version of a mailing list. So you guys have probably heard about mailing lists. It's a list of emails, and you can market to all of them at once. And social media is kind of the same thing, but with a few more advantages. The first obvious advantage is that people enjoy using the platform.
True.
So no one's like, oh, I can't wait to look at my emails on my phone.
No.
But some people, if they've got a few moments,
Yeah.
check Instagram, check Facebook,
Yeah.
have a look and see what's going on. So it's entertainment, and you can latch on to that entertainment aspect and communicate
Definitely.
with people. Similarly, you've got the ability to have a much richer experience when it comes to media. So here's a bit of tech background.
Mm-hmm.
Most email systems have filtration for spam.
Right.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about prices, or you've included a lot of images, or there's a kind of outrageous clickbaity title, check out episode 1 for more details. Then the email filtration will just scrap it. Similarly, you can't really do video because you'd have to have a link to another video,
Yeah.
and that increases friction. But on social media, you can put videos, photos, text, whatever you want. And that makes it a fantastic way of connecting with your audience and the people who you want to connect with.
And it's also because I think business changed, and the whole user experience and the way of interacting with a business changed. And whereas people before maybe were more focused just on the product, right now they actually want to know what's going on behind the scenes, who the people are, behind a certain brand. So social media just allows you to give that kind of image of, we are not just a product or a service, but we are actually people, and people buy from people. So why not leverage it?
It's those trends of transparency and authenticity.
Yep.
That social media lends itself to.
Yeah, totally agree about it.
So, it's time for the summary with Nate and Rosie. We're gonna tell you what to believe.
Can you do that every episode, please?
So, well, I don't know. When we get to 12, we might have something special
Right.
for the listeners.
We'll see. But the summary. So we're saying, what are we saying? Do you actually need social media? No, because you can leverage your own network. You can be more offline. Depending on your industry and niche, you might just be able to do it. But, big but, being online and being on social media actually gives you a much better, wider access to clients, to I cannot speak today, to potential clients, and it just helps you to even do better than what you're already doing.
It's a really easy way to connect with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't feel too awkward about adding someone to Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever. And instead of it being an email address that I'm going to lose, or a business card that is going to go in my blazer pocket and I will find
2 years later.
2 years later. Oh, cool. Brilliant. A piece of card.
Yeah.
You've got everyone in one place and you can quickly connect with them. So, no, it's not essential. If people are telling you do social media and you're already running a business and you're making money with it, don't feel the pressure to go on social media. Just understand that there are a number of advantages that you're missing out on, and arguably severely restricting the amount of impact you can have on your clients and your potential clients.
Yeah, totally agree about it.
So before we head out, one more thing. This is probably a bad time to introduce this as a topic.
Why? What's happening?
I was going to say that as well. Social media isn't restricted to Facebook or LinkedIn.
Right.
You probably engage in some form of social media already, whether it's you watch a lot of YouTube, maybe you use Reddit a lot, maybe you look at Medium, the blogging platform. If you're not used to using social media and want to get started because what we've said intrigues you, find something that you're already engaging with and find a platform that you enjoy operating on.
And of course, also look at where your audience is. Never forget that.
Yeah, right,
of course,
right.
You cannot just go with what you enjoy. But it is definitely a great point because we do forget that it's not just Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, for those of you that still use it. There's much more than those ones.
There's a lot more out there, and do a bit of research.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it, I guess.
That's it.
We've said it all. And if you still have questions and if you want to know stuff and if you just want to connect with us, First of all, just go on Facebook at this point. Like, just use social media to connect with us. Or send us an email. Where?
Rosie at writingwithrosie.com. That's Rosie at writingwithrosie.com.
I love how you say it. That's that, people.
Okay, thanks for listening, guys. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.